Okay. I am
You're
just waiting for it to go live on YouTube.
you are live. Okay.
I think now I am. Let me just mute myself. There we go. Hey guys. So, this is the first time I'm doing a live stream on YouTube, and there's a very important reason. So, if you don't know me, my name is Sebastian One, and I'm the Almost Naked CEO. And I believe that to dream big and make it happen, you've got to love, honor, and inspire yourself from within before you can achieve anything in your life. And I'm joined by a very, very special co host today. Her name is Kathy Tarchioni. I hope I said that right, and she will correct me if I didn't. And we're going to talk about if the social media channels, the big social media brands, they're taking over your life, if you should have control over your content and your existence on social media and your entity. And we'll get into this and we'll share some personal story, personal experiences today that you might find, you might relate to that, you might have not heard of about it, and hopefully, after this story is shared, brands like Facebook will actually wake up and do something about it. So let me bring in my guest. Sorry, my co-host, Kathy Charchioni.
Good morning, Sebastian. Boy, this has been a difficult time getting all this up together. Brand new concept, brand new show. I'm pretty excited about it. I hope that my partner, Gaetan, is going to be watching. He said that he would. So, well, I think what is most important is Sebastian and I experienced the exact same difficulty with an issue on Facebook. So we decided that we're going to collaborate together only to find out that there are so many other people that are experiencing the same type of problems. And that is Sebastian
Uh,
had
I, I don't even want to call it a problem. Very honestly,
disaster.
Kathy, I call it disaster. I really call it uh, a death. A death that that could have been prevented.
Yes.
Uh, what I am really upset about is it is something very, very preventable. It is something that does not have to happen. It is something that's destroying lives. I don't know if Facebook as a channel realize this is happening and the impact it is having, but I do know it. Devastating is not even the right word. I don't even have the right word to explain what it's doing. And without any comparison, I am a fraction of what you have lost.
Yeah, I
Really.
think we should explain what it is that really
Please,
happened.
please go
Okay,
ahead.
I'll share my story first, okay, because yours was before mine. Okay, um, on October 15th, which was a Monday, I experienced what I perceived as a hack. I went to try and get into my Facebook account, and Facebook identified that there was some kind of malicious activity. So there was a notice that came up on my computer. A notice that said malicious activity has occurred, and you have to redo your password, all of your credentialing. And it took me quite a long time, quite a bit of time. So what I did was I went through all the process, and I was finally able, after a couple of hours, to log into my account. After I logged in, I got a notice that said you have limited restrictions. And I'm wondering, limited restrictions? What is that? What does that mean? I can hear some echo in the back, just so that you know. Um,
Let's see. Is it better now?
no, you're muted now. No.
How about
Okay.
now?
Yeah, that's better.
All right.
So uh, um, oh, you know what it is? It's because you don't have earbuds in.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah, you
okay.
need earbuds for this, for
Okay.
StreamYard. Sorry.
All right, that's okay. I'll mute myself. You carry on. I'll get my earbuds.
Oh, okay. All right. So anyway, I signed into Facebook and I get this notice that said limited restrictions. And it said that I was accused of spamming. Well, okay, what does that mean? So it said I was going to be penalized for a week, which would have been on a, I think that was on a Monday, that on a Tuesday that it happened. It was to the following Tuesday, which was the 22nd. So I appealed it because I hadn't spammed anybody. As a matter of fact, I had hardly even been on at all, but I wanted to appeal it. So the restriction, I could still post, I could still do things, but I was restricted from doing anything on my page, which was kind of odd because I have 9 pages. Why is it only on this one page? So I, thinking I'm going to have this restriction lifted on the 22nd of October, on Monday, the 21st, I get a notice and it says, your page has been unpublished with no reason. And it said, do you want to appeal? So I go ahead to appeal. And in the box, there's a little box that you're supposed to put the description. And I had a long letter that I wrote. I submitted it. Then I went into my support inbox and I find out that it says there was no reason, there was no appeal reason that was sent. So I tried to put it into there and it wouldn't let me do it.
Yeah.
So it was just an amazing thing. So now I don't have any reason. I don't know why our page has been unpublished. I don't know what we did wrong. There's no one to contact, and I got very panicked over it. So I had to go through Ads Manager, which was recommended by one of Mari Smith's members on one of her groups. I went to Ads Manager, went into the chat section, was able to get a person named Bannon contact me. And she said that she emailed me and she said that she would personally bring over the appeal. Then I find out from her later on that she's not getting any response either. Folks, from what I know, it says that there's only 6 people that are handling the unpublished section in Facebook.
And let's just consider the numbers that Facebook has billions of users, billions.
Right. And we're sitting here and we're thinking, well, you know what? Maybe Facebook doesn't really know. Let's give Facebook the benefit of the doubt. We've been loyal. We've been with them for 10 years. In our case, we have almost 200,000 fans. Our reach was about 5.3 million per month. We had been honored with having to have paid supporters. So we had all of this and we started doing our live broadcasting in April and we were having huge success with it. We hadn't done anything different that we had done before. So what is it that we did that was so wrong that we would be unpublished? So now we are facing, here we are, it's been a whole week. Our numbers have gone down drastically. Folks, they have literally taken all of the pictures, all of the videos, all of the posts that we have done over the last 10 years, and it's as though it doesn't even exist. And here's the issue. What happens is, well, you know, you take it, Sebastian, because
Well,
I'm going to go into tears here.
I know, and look, I actually, at the risk of actually, upsetting you, I do want to ask a couple of things that I think people should know. So the first thing that I want to ask is, you have lots of art there. You have lots of real, authentic work of people who have worked hard on creating that. It's not taken from somebody. It's not borrowed. It is some people's own hard work and your own hard work. And now you can't even access to remove or take a copy of that content. So at
Right.
least at least if you know that it's going, you don't have the right to your own content, isn't it?
That's right. That's right. I can see it, but I can't do anything with it. I can't copy it. I can't download it. I can't do anything with it. I've been blocked from just about everything now. So I'm absolutely here. Here's my main issue. All the people that we talk to, they look at it from a viewpoint of, well, it must be a technical difficulty. What did you do wrong? And nobody really understands what we're really saying here.
But
If you are
even
the
before
person,
that, even before that, there's a very important question I want to ask you because I think people really need to understand why we're doing this. Please explain to people what is the content, what is the page about, what is the brand about, what is the content, like what could be so harmful, so threatening, so nervous for a brand to ban you. That's
yes,
I want to explain people. I want people to understand what do you have there. So please, tell us a little bit about what's really the
okay.
content.
The name of page is the Dog Connection TV, and we produce the Dog Connection show, which has different segments to it, a Good Dog Day show, and a number of others. And the purpose of the show is to showcase those remarkable dogs that make a difference in someone's life, whether they be a service dog, an assistance dog, blind, helping a guide dog, a military dog, any type of a working dog. That's what we showcase. And then we also showcase those people that are making a difference in someone's life. I'm sorry, not in someone's life, in the dog's life. But in addition to that, we also showcase those organizations and those products and services and everything that are genuinely there to help the dog. For instance, if we have somebody on our show, we're not interested that they have a product. We're not interested that they have a service. We want to know, why do you have this service? Why do you have this product? What
Right.
is it that what passion did you have to originally develop it where you knew it was going to help that animal and that animal's human companion? That's where we want to know. So this show was all about people that were dog lovers that really resonated. We've helped many people, and we have quantifiable evidence that shows we were able to reduce the abuse in the home of a dog that was adopted by merely letting people get connected to their dog. Most people that get a dog, what they'll do is the first thing that they do is they expect the dog to be housebroken, etc. We want to show them that that's not the case. This is just like an adoption. So you need to work with them. It takes time, it takes effort, and just like a child, if you were to adopt, you don't know the background, you don't know what their baggage is. Dogs come with baggage too. So you work together on it, and then you become a family. Once that connection hits at the heart level, then the whole world changes. So what could we have possibly done, Sebastian? And
Well,
to the
that,
audience, what could we have possibly done that was so bad that we
that is
should be
exactly my
banned?
question. Because the first thing that comes to my mind, Kathy, is uh, you were not harming any. Like it's gonna sound like an irony or a sarcasm, but you literally were not even hurting a fly. You were saving both human and dog lives. You know, there are human beings who are saved by these dogs, and there are dogs who are being saved by these humans. So you were actually literally saving lives of both the animals and people by bringing them together, creating a better connection. You know, helping them realize that they are family. They do belong together. And look, I have two dogs here, right there, right now, here in my office. Sorry, my earbud is falling. And I couldn't imagine what could a dog channel about, all about dogs, all about, rescue, all about connecting
Mhm.
and bonding people together with the dogs. What could go wrong? What could be done? And I just put up the banner a second ago. So, the Dog Connection TV had nearly 200,000 followers. And here's my, two things that I have for, and guys, I know some of you are watching. I can see. Please feel free to comment. We'd love for you to interact. Would love to know. Unlike Facebook, YouTube does not ban you from asking people to comment. So please feel free to comment. We'd love for you to
Yeah.
participate with us. Um, it is an important conversation. So the two things that I have in my mind, Kathy, is number one, uh, you reached up to 200,000 people. Was Facebook not looking for until 200,000 person for you to know that you were doing something wrong? And not even that. My biggest question is, in your case, in my case, in at least two other cases I know, have we been given opportunity to actually identify the problem, to identify what did we post, what did we do, what action did we take that was a violation? All I got was, as you said, all I got was that, you're spamming, so you're being unpublished. Okay, first we got a warning. um, my page was nowhere close to yours. We were a small page, but we had built a really inspiring brand in under 11 months and reached up to nearly 8,000 followers. And overall, the brand is called the Dramaniacs. Overall, it has nearly 200,000 people as well across different networks. But all it was inspiring content, empowerment, gender equality, non-controversial content, gender equality, confidence, sharing your stories about how you faced failures and you turned your tribulations into triumph, how you ever overcame your challenges. So there was nothing. We never discussed politics. We never discussed religion. I mean, we stayed so neutral, so neutral. We never, no cuss words, no content that's not child friendly. I mean, so harmless. And so, biggest question that I ask is, whether it's you, whether it's me, whether other two, three people I know and some people has anybody been given any pointer? Hey guys, this is what you did wrong. Here's the content. Have a look. This is what you did wrong. Don't do it again. You know. So the concept we talk about, innocent until proven guilty. I think in Facebook world, you're guilty whether or not you're proven innocent.
This is true. And the other thing that's happening too is people are looking, oh, thank you very much. People are looking at the technicalities. They're totally missing what it means. Oh, thank you, Alicia. Uh, People are totally missing the idea that it's not about the numbers. It's not about the technicalities. A lot of people were saying, well, did you do this? Did you do that? Why don't you go here? Why don't you go that? Folks, the real truth is that Facebook originally was designed to be a relationship between families and friends. Then it went to
That's
businesses.
that's what I find offensive now. I
Yeah,
find offensive. I don't
yeah,
find it upsetting. I don't find it devastating. I find offensive. You connected with me when I say you, Facebook. You made me. You came into my life. You took over my life until I was on Facebook. Facebook, if you're listening, my friends taunted me. Come on, you're not on Facebook. What are you talking about? I was made to feel worthless. I was made to feel less than because I was not ready to get on a network that I had no idea about. I did not know what it was about,
yeah.
and then I connected, and then I built my life around it. I built my businesses around it.
That's
I
right.
built my. Do you know what, Kathy? Including you, 95% of people, real people in my real life who I have not met, are because of Facebook.
Hmm.
Okay, 5% of people, yes, they are in my real life and they run my life, but 95% people, and I'm not talking about just adding anyone and everyone, I'm talking real people I have connection with, thousands of people I speak to. I spend a lot of time speaking to these people. I have, without sounding like I'm arrogant or boasting something, I have helped lives because of being on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I find it so offensive. You bring me, it's like, it's gonna sound stupid. It's like you come into my life, you create a relationship, you make me fall in love with you, and then you tell me I'm gonna tell you what you get to keep in the house, and I'm gonna decide when I burn your house down, and all you can say is, okay, no
Yeah.
worries.
Or you
You
send a
know,
text and say it's over.
it's over,
It's over.
and yet you live with me. You
Yeah.
send me a text and you live with me. I cannot do anything. I cannot move anywhere without you. You know, I want to just acknowledge a couple of comments. I know I quickly put them up. I just want to read them out. So Gaytan said, that is your business partner.
Yes.
Kathy did a tremendous amount of work in past 10 years to promote human-dog relation. And I know, Gaytan, that's the thing. You both have done so much. And Gaytan, I hear so much about you. So unfortunately, we're meeting in these circumstances, but I'm glad that, Kathy has a partner like you to do everything that you guys are doing. So even
Yes.
though the page is not there, I do want to thank both of you. Dogs are my life. They're my babies. They are my, if as I always say, I'm an atheist. If there is a God, dog is my God. And the
Yeah.
other day I was listening to you, Kathy, and you said dogs spelled backwards is God. So I
That's
think
right.
that's my connection with dogs. So thank you, Gaitan. And this is Alicia. She's my partner, and she's a very close friend of mine.
Hi,
So
Alicia.
she's
Yeah.
saying this is so horrendous. So sorry, Kathy. And then she adds, they hide behind a vague excuse. Spam means nothing.
That's right.
And
What
and
is
that's the thing.
spam?
If it is spam, tell us what it is. You can't even ask why exactly. Alicia is saying you can't even ask why. What upsets me, Kathy, is, look, I am a person who looks at the positive, but Alicia is a witness, Gaitan is a witness, and you and I have discussed this. I couldn't leave my bed.
Yeah.
I I was angry. I was upset. Kathy, Alicia is a witness. The first reaction I had when this happened, and Alicia will, confirm, I sent a very angry email to my entire company. Nobody will touch the page. Nobody will do this. I'm saying this publicly here that I do apologize to all of you guys for taking it out on you. I was shocked. I was devastated. I felt like somebody has just walked into my life, murdered my lover, and now I'm supposed to still live with the murderer.
Yeah.
That's how I'm connected to Alicia. That's how I'm connected to you. So there is no other way I can connect to people. um, Kathy, sorry, Alicia says, Kathy, the work you were doing was priceless, and it's absolutely ridiculous that Facebook would just delete.
Well, can I comment on that? You're
Sure, please.
absolutely right. See, I had the fortune to have a very good partner that has been a lifelong friend of mine. So we just don't work together. We work through each other's hearts together. So if he may not have experienced all the work that I did over the 10 years, but he experienced the pain that I was feeling and that he was feeling as well. This is a wonderful relationship to have. Um, what everyone misses is that it's not. When I hear things like, "Oh, it's just a dog," no, it's not just a dog. Well, we were hearing the same thing. Well, it's just a Facebook page. What is that? So all you have to do is just go ahead and set up a new one. This is 10 years worth of data, content, original content, shows. We had over I have over 5,000 photos that were custom designed. We
And you
have
know what?
employed it.
I'm not going to call it content. Really, this is raising children.
Yes, right. Yeah. Well, I
You
was
know,
going to get
take,
to I was going to get
take,
to that
taking
point.
away
Yeah.
your children. You
Yeah.
know,
So after we get through with all of this, Gaitan and I had been building up a wonderful relationship with sponsors and people so that we could start making this revenue producing. It had not been revenue producing for a long time. So now we finally get sponsors. We're really rolling. We've got wonderful things going on, and we lose the sponsors because of this. Now, how sad is that? So there goes the form of income. Folks, I'm a 73-year-old disabled widow with stage 3 COPD, congestive heart failure, coronary artery disease, and I do all of this because I enjoy doing it. It keeps me young. It keeps me going. It keeps me motivated. To take this away from us was like taking away our babies. In essence, our Facebook house is burnt down, literally burnt down. There's nothing left. And all of our fans have perished. They have literally perished. Why? Because we can't get in to find out and let them know what's happened. We can't ask them. Some people will say, well, all you have to do is just get them to go to another page. No, you don't. No, you don't. We don't have the emails.
I
We
wish
don't
I wish it was that easy because again, Kathy, for us, I thought my issue is bigger. I thought I have lost something compared to you. I've lost nothing because we had 8,000 people, but building it up again, finding those people, uh, the bigger the audience is, the more difficult, the more hurtful it is. And I just want to say, you know, when I heard about you and when I heard about 200,000 people, the first thing that came to my mind is one moment you have a whole town that respects you, and the second moment you're
you're
erased.
garbage. What did you do
You're
wrong?
erased.
We've got a
You're
label on us
erased.
now. What did
You're
you
not
do
even
wrong?
garbage. You're erased. You don't exist.
That's
You
right.
just
It's as though we
vanished.
yeah.
So I want to acknowledge a couple of comments. Keithy, now I know you haven't had a chance to. Keithy is our engagement director in Romaniacs, and she's saying it's unfair that famous internet personalities can get away with anything. That is so true. There are people, Kathy. I will show you content so offensive, so disrespectful, so hurtful. They have a verified tick. They can get away
Mhm.
with anything. They can say anything. They get, we're not supposed to say comment. We're not supposed to say share. We're not supposed to say like on Facebook.
Right, right.
These people spend first 15 minutes on their live stream saying tag right now, like right now, share right now.
See,
They
there you
say
go.
share and you'll get $500. One of you will get all the things that we are not supposed to say. They get away with it. You know why?
Right.
I won't name, but one of these person is an investor in Facebook, so he can say anything, and he's the most abusive person I know.
Yeah.
And guys, I want to say anybody who's watching, please go ahead and share this link. Please get people to join us. We
Yeah,
really need this message.
we
You
can
know,
share on YouTube. Can't share on
yes,
Facebook.
we,
Yeah.
we will we will not be erased. And there's more comments. Kitty's, yeah, so that's the same one. And Gaitan says April, Katie, and the Dog Connection TV have produced over 24 episodes and no less than 20 videos and dozens of guests. I mean, look at that. We lost approximately 107 videos as well. Complete shows, hosts, the guests. We take 2 to 3 weeks to get one guest to come on the show. We
Right.
prepare, do so much work. I can't even explain. If I went into that process, will take 1 hour here.
Yeah.
We do so much work for one episode, and it's all gone. And Alicia said, you curated an entire lifetime of unique materials. You have no livelihood anymore. And
That's it.
it's
Yeah.
gone. As far as uh, get them
You,
exactly. Get them to go to another page. How? I
right.
don't know
Yeah.
who those 200,000
Yeah.
people are or 8,000 people are.
Yeah. And once
And
deleted, it can't be restored at all. Yeah, that's the shame of it all, Alicia. Now, I understand that supposedly you can send registered letters and you can do all of this, but I know Gaetan has found some information on that, which is really great. Um, we don't know that there's enough time to be able to do that. And even if there is, from what I understand, if a page is published again, then you have major restrictions on you. So we're not able to do certain things. And I got to tell you, speaking of restrictions, Mari Smith, as we all know, uh, she's a wonderful person that has been with Facebook from the beginning. She's also a friend of mine. So I've belonged to a number of her groups, and I always use Mari because she is a plethora of information about Facebook compliance, rules, policies, etc. And Gaetan and I follow it to the T. To
that's
the
the
T.
first person I went to. The first reaction, I messaged her and said, "This is what's going on," and and that's how Bridgetti find out. That's how Bridgetti tagged you, and we got connected because I don't even remember how long I've been following her, uh, but anything new that comes up, I don't try. Sometimes my team gets frustrated because I say, "Don't do this, don't do that. Let me check first. Let me find out first." Anything new that happens, ask Alicia, ask Katie, ask anybody else in my team. I frustrate people by saying, "Not yet. I need to find out. We're not doing it this way." Or if Facebook changes something, I get everybody to change it overnight. Like I don't want to sound all I, but I'm saying I do not let people do anything until I know we're compliant.
Hmm.
And I, I don't have words, Kathy. I don't have words. I was crying. I'm a grown up man. I was crying. I was getting angry at my team who have done everything for me. What we are today, we are together, without Alicia, without Kirti, without Sanchit, without everybody else in my parent brand, Sebastian.com. So many people around the globe helping us build this. Most of these people are not even getting paid to do this. You're
Right.
not getting paid to do what you're doing. And what did we get? Oh, whoops, you spam.
Right.
Uh, and I do apologize for saying this, but Facebook literally said fuck off.
Yeah. And you know what's really sad too is there is no recourse. That's what people are not getting. You think, well, did you do this wrong? Let's not look at what we did wrong. Let's look at what we can do to make it right. There is no recourse. They don't give us an opportunity to do that. And speaking of tears, by the way, thank God I have such wonderful family and friends, and partner Gaetan has just been great. Dale's been great. My brother Ron has been great. My sister-in-law Barb, Ellen has been just wonderful in supporting us. They help me through the rain. So the tears that I have, they can go tears and then to joy, because one thing Facebook hasn't been able to do, they haven't been able to take away the talent that I have. They haven't been able to take away your talent, Sebastian, and any of your workers or your team with you. So yes, we can build again. On my end, I have to say it's a jump to do it all over again. I just spent 10 years. I'm 73 and I'm not in the greatest of health. So to start all over again, that's a big burden on Gaetan. That really is, because
And
I was just in the hospital in April and then in August. I'm sorry, in June and in August, and heart issues, lung issues, a heart attack. I didn't have anywhere. Gaetan was right there to help out and do whatever. And he did everything. And each show represents 100 man hours, each of work for Kathy and I. Yeah, so that's 200 man hours for every show. That's right. Because
exactly.
it's all original content for us. Gaetan develops the videos. We create what we call our petagraphs, which are digital fine art creations, and hit over 5,000 of those. What? Where are they? I mean,
I
sure, I
know.
have a backup.
That's what upsets me. You don't get to even access. Okay, for a second, speaking for the devil. For a second, all right, you don't want us to have the page and everything. Allow me to take back my content.
Right.
Allow me to, you don't want to have a relationship with me. Allow me to take my content. Let me go. Let me leave. Let me never see you again. But allow me to have my property. That is not your property. Your own terms and conditions say that you do not own my personal content.
Oh, I heard that it does, though. See, I heard that Facebook does own your once you that you're right, Alicia. Once you put your content in there, Facebook has a right to it. You have a right to it as well, but they do too. So that's a big issue. But you know what, even Sebastian, even if you get the content back, especially in a live show, you don't get back the interaction that was there.
You never
You
do.
just get the show. You
The
don't
thing
get
is,
every yeah.
people who are connected, not everybody is going to save every URL. Not everybody is going to remember, no matter how memorable things are. Not everybody is going to remember who the host was, who the guests were. So if they connected to some story and they forgot to take down the name, they don't know. We are full of, this world is full of so much information. There's so much overflow of information. How do you expect 200,000 people to remember who you were? I understand at least 10% will remember, but what about the 90% that just remember, oh, there's this lady does the dog show really great and all that, but now they're going and looking for the videos and they don't find nothing, so they don't
That's
know
right.
who they're referring to.
They're
But
gone. They're gone totally.
you would
Everything's gone.
you're talking about your health, and I was just gonna say, even when we started talking and when this whole issue was happening, you told me that you're not feeling, you're feeling uneasy, you're feeling something is wrong, and you went to ER.
Right.
I can tell you two things. Number one, I was freaking out for you, and number two, uh, I haven't spoken about this very publicly until now. I'm 41. I have had 4 heart attacks. I was recently in July in coma for 2 days, and then I
Oh
had,
boy.
I was. It took me around 7 to 8 days to recognize my own family, my own people. Okay, and then it took me at least 10 days to really rehabilitate enough to come back to work and talk. Alicia, my team, everybody was, freaking out. They were practically thinking, okay, maybe this is it. Maybe, you know, human mind goes through the most negative, thing. Everybody, Alicia is a religious person. My many of my team members are. Everybody prayed for us and all that. But that's what I'm saying. What this is, this could have taken your and my life. This
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
amount of stress even now, and I'm admitting it right now. And Facebook, if you're listening, uh, in last 10 days I've had highs and lows. I have inspired myself to, because I believe, love, honor, inspire yourself from within. So I have done that, but there have been days when I have gone, what's the point? Why am I doing this? I am literally thinking self-harming things when this is just Facebook. But that's
Yeah.
the impact it has.
It does.
And
Yeah.
when you told me that, you're going to ER, for me, I had my chest congesting because I was thinking, oh my God, no, I need her to come back and tell me she's okay. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Well, yeah, sure, sure. Yeah.
don't mind me saying this, but you're not in my real life at the moment. You are now, but we're still virtually connected. But I was so uneasy. I was so angry. I wasn't talking to my team. I left everything at home. I didn't want to go to work. I was
I
just waiting for
know.
you to come back and just say that I'm okay.
And you know what he did too, folks? He offered all of his resources. He said, I don't want you to worry about it. It's not going to cost anything. I want to help you. I want to get this all up and running for you. I want to do the right thing for you. And you got to sit back and you got to think, well, why would he want to do that? What's in it for him in that? And then you realize that, hey, he has a contributing mindset, just like all of our friends do. He wants to contribute. Wonderful. Let's do that. And we can all work together. Speaking of that, don't you think that now we got to talk about what's the solution here? We've explained the problem, but there's got to be a solution. What can we do to bring this to accountability so that it doesn't happen again? This is a terrible situation for so many, and I dread to think about all of the pages that are being brought down. I mean, I've had my crying days. I did a video the other day with I forgot what her name was, but I did a video, April, that was it. I did a video the other day, and I was crying in that, so I was a boohoo baby then. I've just stopped crying about it, but I wake up in the morning with that empty feeling. It's like there's a death in your family or
It is.
somebody's dying. Think about this for a second. This is a little bit of a scenario. Here you are, and I've experienced this. I'm a widow. I was there taking care of my husband. I watched him die in front of my eyes. Now, during that time, there was nothing I could do. I was feeling helpless. I couldn't do anything, and I just had to slowly watch him go. And then I had to come to the mindset of, okay, Kathy, you have to let this go and let him go and let him go to a beyond, because it was no longer about me. It was about him. So that's the same mindset that I think we have now. Here we are watching it being destroyed right in front of us. There's nothing we can do. We just watch it go, and it diminishes, 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 because I watch our numbers keeps going down and down and down, and that in the pit of my stomach, the anxiety that occurs and all of the emotional upset. And then I realized, well, okay, you got to accept this. Pull yourself outside of your body and look at it from the outside looking in. And all I see right now is it's a shame. It's a
And
shame that this
you
is
know what?
happening.
I have to add that. it's not even somebody is dying. It's the most frustrating part for me is it's like you don't even get a choice to say, okay, take them off the life support. You have no word in this. uh, there is no doctor, there is no family control, there is nothing. Somebody, a third party, maybe the building I was living in, or the owner of the building, they just decided that somebody in your family is going to die today, but we're going to tell you how long it will take, so sit here and watch. And you're not supposed to go anywhere, you're not supposed to carry on with your
Hmm.
life. Sit here and watch as your loved one is dying, and we're going to decide when he dies. And until then, uh, here you
Oh,
are.
live. They decide whether you're going to live or die.
Yeah,
But then when they give it back, in Facebook's case, when they give it back to you, it's in shambles, and you have to pick up the pieces, which may never be the same, and you've got a lot of restrictions on them. Yeah,
exactly.
the show has been in the planning for 4 years for us. Yes, yeah. Yeah, I know that the one thing about Gaetan that I got to tell you that you guys would really love, he is just this gentle soul, always happy, always a smile on his face. It brightens my day. Same thing with my friend Lou, and same thing with Dale. Every day they give me these smiles, and Sebastian, now you give me these smiles, and it makes everything all okay. It's so nice to work with people that genuinely are team players and action oriented. They get the job done. They don't sit back and give excuses why. So all of us right now want to do something about it. We want to make it happen, and we're frustrated because we can't. So do we need, is a solution, do we need Facebook police? Do we need some kind of accountability?
I
Do
think the
we?
first thing we need is, to be very honest, first thing we need is an arbitrator, and you know, uh, an unbiased, non-partisan, whatever the term is, somebody who's not on any side, somebody who can look at
Right.
everything from each perspective, and somebody, I have to say this, somebody who takes the control away from Facebook and says, no, first we're going to see, does a penalty apply? Does a person need to, is, should there should be redressal, there should be warnings, there should be clarity. If I,
Right.
Kathy, I say this with respect, if I sue you today, you get a chance to defend yourself. You get a
That's right.
chance to you get a chance to prove me wrong. I get a chance to prove you wrong. And until it is beyond reasonable doubt that one of us have done something wrong, we don't get a punishment. It
That's
just
right.
goes on. Yes, it's frustrating. Yes, it's torturous, but nobody gets punished or nobody goes scot free until one or the other is proved beyond reasonable doubt.
That's right.
In this case, there is no arbitrator, there is no justice, there is no. I'm so I think the first thing that's required, I really need is somebody outside the two parties. Oh, great! Alicia is actually saying something.
It's
Yes, need a third party oversight for flagged pages. Flagged or reported pages.
yeah.
Exactly. What I find annoying and what I find really frustrating is anybody could go and report you, and just because somebody has gone, I could hate somebody's page. It's my narrow vision. I don't like what they say. They might not be saying anything illegal, but I don't
Right.
like it. I go and report 20 posts, and suddenly they are in danger. That is such a desire. I don't have the word. That is such a wrong freedom to have, that just because I'm reporting, you go and literally finish somebody. No,
Right.
okay, I don't want to know who reported me. I don't want to know anything that I can identify them. I don't want to victimize anybody, not at all. But tell me, what did I do wrong?
That's
So
right.
first of all, I think the first step is tell people what happened. How can you make it better? Then if you're not satisfied, give chances, give warnings, give, make your penalty system on different levels. First time this is the penalty. Now this is the penalty. Third time, this is the penalty. 5 strikes and you're gone.
That's
Give me
right.
warnings enough that I learn. Sometimes you just have to teach people to do things right. That's how children are raised. You don't just say, oh, you didn't eat right. Now I'm going to just kill you. You don't kill your children.
That's right.
You scold them, you discipline them, you punish them, you put them in isolation for half an hour so that they remember that, okay, this is going to get me in trouble. But you don't just say, oh, okay, this kid is not how I wanted, okay, I'm going to go just kill it.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen this way.
Yeah.
uh, so I think a third party, yes, penalty system that's on different levels, and there's warnings, and there. I think the biggest thing, Kathy, clear education. I know Facebook sends all these alerts and emails and updates. It makes no sense. It's really like reading a legal letter,
Yeah.
and you're a layman and you have no freaking idea what half the words say. Look, in English is my second language. Uh, 20 years ago, if you would have asked me to read all that, even with a dictionary, I would have no idea what one paragraph of Facebook is saying.
Okay. Well, let me add this in there now. Let's give Facebook the benefit of the doubt on this. Okay. Let's look at it from this perspective. Let's say that, because some of the rumors that I have heard is, and we all know that Mark Zuckerberg wants to have community. That's his goal, community and family. He wants to have the groups connected and everything else. That's a good point. But what if, because now I know that his main interest is in AI, artificial intelligence, and it had been said that the unpublished pages occurred because of artificial intelligence. Well, what if there's a glitch there, and that the people that are actually handling it don't get the information? So they have to find a way. Somebody that has an unpublished page has to find a way to find the live person, and no one knows how to do that. So in my case, I
It's not
found that
easy.
live person. And it didn't happen. So can we rule that out? Yeah, I think artificial intelligence, we can rule that out. So
Yeah.
it is real people doing the damage.
Well,
Real people.
I have to say one thing here, Kathy. You are the richest brand on this planet.
Oh, thank you.
You,
Thank you.
sorry, uh, I don't want to get misunderstood. You are, but I'm saying Facebook. Sorry, so don't take it offense on that. But Facebook is the richest brand on this planet. You can't install a call center. You can't get real people to talk to us
That's right. Yeah.
and discuss with us.
That's
Show us
right.
what we're doing wrong.
That's what it
You
should be.
know,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook have no reason to say, "Oh, we can't do." Hey, if Microsoft can do that, if a little company called, what do you call, Lead Pages, and I don't, there's so many, companies I can talk about. If they can have call centers, 24/7 call centers, you're the richest company.
Yeah. But,
You
right.
can.
Right.
It will not be even 0.001% of your budget.
Yeah.
You will really, and you will be one of the best companies if you come to it, because you can train people, you can organize, you have all the, resources, so you don't have an excuse. I know what your excuse is. You don't want people to be able to hold you accountable. So I
Right.
know you want to. I know you want to give him benefit of doubt, but after this, I can't. And look, I use Facebook day in, day out. I train people. I love Facebook, what it's doing. I look at the positive side as well. How many lives are changing? How many people are uniting to do something great? But you have to look at it. In the quote as well, they say, if to protect one innocent, you have to let 100 criminals go. You cannot punish the innocent.
That's
But in
right.
this
That's right.
case, in this
They're
case,
punishing the
and
innocent.
you know what? Trolls, abusive people, harmful people are not getting punished. I can show you pages, not only abusive, violating people's privacy live,
Yeah.
recording things that they are not supposed to. They are verified. They get thousands of likes per post. And if I had said those things in uh, to a friend or to my neighbor, I would be behind bars. Trust me.
Yeah.
But on
Well, I
Facebook,
wonder that all the time
yeah,
too. In the dog world, we see things that are killing of the dogs and people burning them live on Facebook. And how can they allow that? Facebook as a social network is that means we are managed by robots and algorithms. At great point.
pretty much,
That's right.
pretty
That's
much.
right. Yeah.
I think that's what is going on. So and I know we're talking about solutions. So I do want to say, I'm sorry, this fly is really annoying me.
I see
Uh,
it.
it's just one single fly, and I'm just go away, I'm busy. So yes, look, have a third party, give people more chances, more warnings, more. The biggest thing in every social problem is educate,
Yeah.
educate people, because when you educate people, you empower them. When you empower them, they're not going to do wrong. They're going to do something great. They're going to
Right.
create something beautiful, you know. And I think the biggest thing that I expect for Facebook or any such network to do is get real people to talk to real people.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need to
Yeah,
have.
especially if there's a major problem before they're going to do something so drastic. When it comes to the critical portion where a business is going to be literally destroyed, especially if they're based on Facebook. Ours, the Dark Connection TV has been based on Facebook. Did we make a mistake on not being on other platforms as much as we do? Absolutely. But we were there and we had it there. We have other platforms.
We
We
trusted. We
Yeah,
trusted.
yeah,
There was a trust, there was a bond. And I just want to say this, accountability is what is missing in Facebook.
yeah,
It's one side accountability. You and I are accountable for what we spam, what we don't spam, what we post, what we don't post. And apparently it's a free network. Not so, because I can tell you, even before what happened right now, I pay a lot of costs to be on Facebook.
yeah.
you know I
Hmm.
My traditional marketing doesn't work anymore. I have to advertise in a way that directly or indirectly Facebook makes money from my business.
Right. It
You know,
was, speaking of business, I also wanted to point this point out. Our page is a business page, which means that it's verified. Our Picture a Moment Pet Productions LLC is the
right.
company that has the page and it's verified by Facebook. So Facebook, in essence, knows that it's not just an individual that owns the page. It is a business that owns the page. And I don't know that can they legally do that. Isn't that business interruption?
Well, it is damage to business. It is
Of course.
by intention causing destroying somebody's livelihood. And another thing I think is, if we are a business and if you are providing us that option in your building to run our business, isn't it your job to come to us and say, hey, you're doing something wrong, we need to have a meeting?
Yes, yeah.
you
You
know
can't just evict somebody without a
you
30-day
know
notice and you got to give them a reason why.
you have to give them a reason. You have to sit with them. You have to go through the entire process. And that's where we I come back
Yeah,
to the point: arbitration. You
yeah,
have to have an arbitrator. You
yeah,
have to. How are you going to establish that you're being fair? Otherwise, any building owner will just come and chuck anybody out at any time. Where are the human rights? Where are the basic rights? you know it's
yeah, yeah.
uh, and Kathy, dogs, the harmless dogs, what could I don't know, did the dog say something abusive? I don't know what happened.
Well,
Do you
I
know
got
what I
to tell
mean?
you, I'm sure that Facebook could learn from the dogs, that's for sure, because dogs are honest, trustworthy, loyal, they give unconditional love, and they certainly don't go behind your back and do things that they shouldn't be doing. And if they, if they were able to do that, um, that's the human's fault. It's not the dog's fault. So in this case, are we to blame because we allowed them to take such control over us? Isn't that the purpose of this show? That don't let Facebook take your identity. Don't let Facebook, or all social media for that matter. It could be LinkedIn. It could be
Yeah,
Twitter. It could be, I mean, look what happens with the politics. They just close an account every time somebody doesn't agree with whatever. Of course, it goes against the rules in that, but it's those that have the money.
yeah,
They're the ones that can make the changes. If you're
yeah,
not coming from a mindset of money, but contributing, but a mindset of contributing to the well-being of others, it's a huge difference. We're
yeah.
not in the mindset of the money side. We're in the mindset of the contributing side, in
Yeah.
which case money will follow. But
And you know what's funny? Uh, you and I are the ones who are bringing that money to them.
that's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
So one thing I do wanna, sorry, go ahead. First, you
No,
finish
I
your
was
point.
done. I was done. I was
Right.
done.
So one thing I do wanna say, a takeaway from all of this is that no matter where you are, first of all, guys, make sure that you are backing up every single thing that you produce, everything that you create. Have a backup. No matter, spend more money, spend more resources to create a backup, but have a backup. And not just that, you know, share your content, produce your content on multiple channels, understand all the compliance things, know your rights, and make sure that you can't be erased in one click. You
Yeah.
should be visible. Connect with your audience everywhere, everywhere. Let them know we're also here. We're also here. We're also here. Get them to connect with you everywhere. And one thing that I have realized from all of this is create an email list. Create an
Yeah,
email
me
list.
too.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Out of the
thankfully, I
200,000, we got maybe 400. That's it. Yeah.
Look, in my primary business, I do have a list, quite a healthy list. But in this business, I didn't even think, I wasn't thinking this way. I wasn't thinking this was going to
Yeah.
happen. So I think,
Who does? Wwho does that?
exactly. So
Anyway, who does that? Go figure.
I think this is going to turn out into be a show that we're going to do a few times. So I do want to say to people, let us know what you think. Tell us what you want to discuss on this topic, and we'd even love to have you as guest and share your stories if you've gone through this. And um, yeah, I just want to bring more people in. One thing I want to say, guys, I will be putting in a couple of links in the description of this YouTube. We have created a group where it is called Social Media Action Task Force, where we're going to plan and see how we can reach out to. Our aim is not to fight. Our aim is to hold these brands accountable and just let them know that your actions are literally changing lives and not for better if you don't act responsibly. So, look for Social Media Action Task Force on various social media channels. And I'll put in the links as well. Please join us. If you know
Okay.
anybody else who's gone through this, uh, please bring them. Uh, we need to share this. We need to get our voices out there.
Right. And for those of you, can I give
Sure, absolutely.
we our page now is a Good Dog Day show, which we've had for quite some time, and that's a show that is about service dogs and military dogs and dogs that provide services for those with disabilities. And now we also have a page called The Dog Influencer, Kathy Tarchioni. I'm taking the stuff that we had in the Dog Connection TV and putting it over into the influencer, the Dog Influencer, and we'll be doing some shows from there. And we are going to be broadcasting on a Good Dog Day show, Dog Influencer, and YouTube all at the same time. So we'll be multi-streaming, and we're probably going to end up multi-streaming directly from. It's not the Dog Influencer; it's just Dog Influencer.
Oh,
Oh no,
sorry.
it is. I'm sorry. It's at the Dog Influencer. The
Now, did I spell your name correctly? Because I
Yes,
know
you
I
did.
type it.
Yes, you did.
Excellent.
You
All right,
did.
I'm
Yeah.
getting there.
Yeah.
So, in the closing, Kathy, I just want to ask. So, what message do you have for people, especially who are going through this? What we are going through?
Have a support team. Make certain that the team that you have are loyal to you, they have your back, that they're there for you no matter what, so they can lift you up and carry you through the difficult times of something like this, especially the new people that come in that haven't been there in the past, and they don't know, they don't really experience the loss the way that you experience the loss, because you're the founder, you're the one that brought it together, you're the one that designed it all. In my case, I have wonderful friends, and Gaetan is wonderful because he understands the pain that I'm going through. Even though he didn't experience the building of it from the beginning, he's experienced it over the last 4 years. So he knows. He knows what's been going on, and he knows the heartaches that we've gone through and the setbacks that we've gone through. But the teams have to carry you through, and be action oriented. Don't sit back and just let Facebook do, and then you say, oh well, this is it. You got to do something about it. So, and share, of course, share. It's become a family, as we talked about. I like the philosophy that Facebook has. Let's have community, let's have family, let's share with each other. Business shouldn't be about making money, it should be about building relationships first. And then, because those relationships are built and the trust is there, then you want to do business with those kind of people that are you trust and you feel good about. Isn't that true? Wouldn't you buy something from, more inclined to buy something from someone that you trust as opposed to someone you don't really even know? That's why this was all formed to begin with. It's about people, it's about relationships, it's about going that extra mile. And the last thing would be that for those that are experiencing a problem, let us know. We can help you. Right now, we're in the process of reaching out to um, pro bono lawyers that will help us, because in the event we do lose our page, then we have to take legal action. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah.
It is wrong. We will take legal action. That is a given, no matter what. And of course, now why do we need pro bono? Well, because we don't have the money.
We don't
It's
have the
just that
money.
simple. It's that simple.
And look, there are people out there who understand why we're doing this, and they will support us. So,
Yeah,
please, guys, do reach out, connect with us. You can just search for our names, and you'll find us on all social media. And as Gaetan is saying, this is a case for a collective action. We
right.
need to take a class action. This is a class action, Kathy. This is
It
a
is.
class
Yes,
action.
yes, it is. It
So
is. And coincidentally, our the sponsor that we lost, we didn't lose them as friends, which is the good thing. See, because we built the relationship to begin with, it wasn't about just having them come on. So they've come around full circle and said, well, what is it that we can do to help you? And they're now searching to help us get pro
yeah.
bono and giving us information on what we can do. So they haven't left us, but we no longer have the business relationship. We're on a personal relationship now, which is a great thing to have.
Uh,
Oh,
Katie,
thank you. Thank you.
your
Thank
words are
you.
so strong and lift us up through this hard time. Thank you, Katie.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap up. So thank you so much for doing this with me. I know it hasn't been easy, but I think we
No.
need to do more of this, and we just need to get the word out there. And you know, uh, yeah. So
Okay. All right. Thank you,
that's
everyone.
really it. So
Thank you.
So, guys, that was Kathy and me, Sebastian. And I just want to say before we leave, once again, love, honor, and inspire yourself from within to dream big and make it happen. And these challenges will come, but never give up. Never ever say ever. Sorry, never. And just keep believing.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Bye. Bye, Gitan.